In this installment, we're going to be going over Week 9 waiver wire. Let's get into it. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Chef D, and I'm here to give you the winning ingredients for your Week 9 waiver wire priority. Guys, you need to focus in on us. Still going to provide you high upside and are still available in your leagues, all right? And you can trade for as well. So before I deep dive into these, guys, I really love for Week 9. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you're following me on Instagram and Twitter at MessageSD. Don't forget about the TikTok at Chef_D91. And don't forget about the Patreon if you want more DFS, betting, and fantasy football advice. All of those links will be provided down below. Guy we're going to talk about for Week 9 waiver wire will be Rondale Moore. Small in stature. That's why he has the little Ant-Man picture. But this dude is super explosive. Highly touted last year. Coming to the second season. Injured at the beginning of the year. But I think he's not going. But he is turning the corner in this Arizona Cardinals offense. It helps that Marquise Brown is out. It helps that DeAndre Hopkins is back. Being a clear-cut number one, it allows Rondale Moore to emerge, right? And what we saw from the beginning of the season from him in that Carolina game, the Philly game, and in the Seattle, couple struggles, all right? We only saw 3 receptions in his first game back in Week 4. In that Saints game, a lot of people were very pissed off in that one. That was over 70 points in that game, and Rondale Moore only had 1 reception on 2 targets. That game right there, his drop weight in leagues went to an all-time high. So now, this is the time to bounce back on him after people seeing him finally explode against the Minnesota Vikings. 7 receptions, 8 targets, 92 yards, and a touchdown. The talent was always there, just needed some consistency because remember, he's coming back from an injury, started the year slow, and started the season in Week 4. So you got to get acclimated. A lot of wide receiver changes, but this is going to be their group for the rest of the season. So Rondale Moore, love the speed upside. He's getting a ton of usage. If we're looking at the routes run here, look at this routes percentage. We got 90%, 81, 93, and 83.9. He is seeing a lot of time on the field, getting a ton of snap share. Rondale Moore is going to be one of my favorite targets for Week 9 waiver wire. Number 2 on our list will be Donovan Peoples-Jones, all right? Guys, you got to remember, all right, this is a year 3 wide receiver in Donovan Peoples-Jones. This is usually the trend when you're coming into the league. A year 3 wide receiver tends to break out. A lot of people thought it was going to be David Bell that's going to emerge and become the number 2 because he was the rookie alongside Amari Cooper. But no, it's the one that's been here for years, and Donovan Peoples-Jones is finally showing some signs. Now with David Njoku out, he's been stepping up in his stay, providing solid fantasy football production. And then let's look at the past 4 weeks. As you can see, from Week 4 to Week 7, we're seeing over 50 receiving yards in each and every game. He has 1 game with over 120 air yards as well. That's a positive sign. He's getting double-digit fantasy points, and he has that size and speed combination. This guy, coming out of Michigan, was a tight end, and now he's coming over to the Cleveland Browns. Year 3, finally getting everything together, getting a nice opportunity now. The quarterback situation isn't great right now, but he's going to get a boost when they get their number 1 quarterback back. So Donovan Peoples-Jones is someone I definitely want to look for in your leagues. Check that waiver wire. He should be there, and go get you DPJ. Our third priority in waiver wire for Week 9 will be running back Latavius Murray. Newly acquired Latavius Murray. He has emerged as the clear number 2 running back and is nipping at the heels of Melvin Gordon, who's been struggling all season long. He's looked very porous this year. Mike Boone almost usurped Melvin Gordon a few weeks back, but Mike Boone got injured, and that's giving the opportunity to Latavius Murray. That's why he's emerging in Week 9 as someone that you definitely need to get in your fantasy football teams. Okay, Latavius Murray, look at the snap counts here. So 47%, 39%, and 44% in the last 3 weeks with snap counts at that running back position. All right, Melvin Gordon to stay at that 50% range but things can trend to switching things a little bit over, probably leaning more towards Latavius Murray. He's looking more explosive, and he's taking advantage of his opportunities. Look at these past 2 weeks here against the Jets. The more explosive back here, Latavius Murray, 8 for 24 and 1 touchdown. What did he do in London? Latavius Murray came back again with more carries here. So we got 14 attempts, 46 yards, and a touchdown here as well. So Latavius Murray is emerging as someone that's going to take over the reins at the running back position. At least switch this to a 60-40 in favor of Latavius Murray. Definitely take advantage of him and go get him and stash him in your leagues. All right, number 4 on our list will be none other than quarterback PJ Walker. I had to find a quarterback for you guys to go get. Each and every week I'm gonna find someone that's going to be a sneaky little gem that has upside, and PJ Walker has that upside. All right, undrafted quarterback. We saw what he was doing in was the Canadian League or UFL, whatever he was doing. He was the MVP of that league, and PJ Walker is looking like an absolute standout right now. The best quarterback in Carolina, clear cut, better than Baker Mayfield, better than Sam Darnold. PJ Walker is at least making this offense look competent, all right, to go with the fact that they have a very solid run game, and D'Onta Foreman coming back from his Achilles injury. It took 3 years, but hey, I'm very happy for him. And PJ Walker is all you got to do is throw the ball to DJ Moore. That's what Carolina Panthers fans were asking for. And look, bro, you're doing it. Thank you. And now this team is looking a little bit better, more competitive, showing some gusto in these football games. And if we're looking at PJ Walker here, struggled out in his first game as the starter. As you can see, 10 for 16, 60 yards, took 2 sacks. Against the Bucs, he played a little bit better there. We saw a very efficient 16 for 22, 177 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Bucs with a great quarterback rating there. And then he took his game to a whole nother level against the Atlanta Falcons, putting up 34 points. We saw 19 of 36, over 300 yards passing with 1 touchdown as well. Not only that, this man does have the ability to rush the ball. He hasn't been rushing it at a very high clip. Was able to put in a long of 20 yards last week. But PJ Walker is the best option for the Carolina Panthers right now. And he is putting up very solid fantasy points because obviously he's looking great in the office, getting the ball to his explosive playmakers in DJ Moore, and he's putting up touchdowns. So that is a very positive sign to see. Someone that you need to get in your leagues that has possible upside to get you 20 to even 25 fantasy points each and every week. So go get you PJ Walker. Last but not least will be wide receiver Kadarius Toney. The trade to the Kansas City Chiefs is the reason why we're going to be all over him, and we are going to have to be patient with him still, all right? He's coming over to a new offense. You got to expect him to be gradually implemented into the offense. Kadarius Toney has huge upside in this Kansas City Chiefs offense. Still looking for a clear-cut number 1 wide receiver. Yes, Juju has played great for the past 2 weeks, but this offense has plenty of passing yards and passing attempts to go around to fit in Kadarius Toney, who's super explosive anytime he gets the football. And look at this last report. Chiefs head coach Andy Reid said it would be a gradual process when asked about working Kadarius Toney in the offense. And Reid also said Toney is healthy now. So how long has he been healthy for? I guarantee you he's been pretty much healthy. He was in the doghouse of Brian Daboll for the whole entire offseason and regular season. Never gave him a chance. They didn't like his character. And this is why they traded him. All right. Got a 3rd and a 6th for Kadarius Toney. That was a great trade for the New York Giants. But now we got to talk about his upside. So we're looking at a little bit of a long game. This is probably going to be a 1 or 2 week process, but go get Kadarius Toney right now. Sit on him because he is not one of the most explosive offenses. He is in the number 1 passing offense in the league that doesn't have a clear-cut number 1 wide receiver. Yes, we know about Travis Kelce, but who is going to emerge as the number 1 wide receiver since sending off Tyreek Hill? Who is that next explosive guy? Juju is a slot wide receiver. He is not explosive. Kadarius Toney is super explosive, all right? Yards after catch machine. This is a perfect fit. if he could just stay healthy, this could be beautiful. We're talking about like Percy Harvin. Remember Percy Harvin, how explosive he was? This is what I'm seeing in Kadarius Toney in this offense. So 100% go get Kadarius Toney right now at any means necessary. He's going to be cheap even if you trade for him. All right, but he's most likely going to be on a lot of waiver priorities. All right, so thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow me at Instagram and Twitter at MessengerSD, and I'll be back with another video very soon. All right, peace out, guys.